particular school, so you're not getting out of it. Then there's a section where it asks you for any additional information that you think would be important to the committee, as well as asking you about your disciplinary history. You have to be honest on your disciplinary history, but obviously try to explain it as fully as possible, including not only what happened in the incident, but how you obviously grew up and became a better person because of it. Say, if you got in a fight, got suspended, and then had to deal with those consequences. Next, page 6 is your teacher list. Pretty cut and dry, just list it as it appears. It could take a little research because you probably don't know all the information there offhand. Pages 7 through 10 are your teacher recommendations. They basically consist of an applicant header where you fill out your name, numbers, logistics, that sort of thing. And then it gives a 3-part recommendation form for the teacher. The first, again, is like the applicant history. It's the name and the contact information of the individual teacher. The second part is a set of ratings, where the teacher actually sort of grades you, scores you, based on how strongly they recommend you for a given school. And then finally is the open evaluation, or what's commonly referred to as the recommendation letter. Pages 11 through 16 are your secondary school and mid-year and final reports. These pages go to your guidance counselor. They're basically, again, they have applicant headers where you fill out your information and your course schedule, and then the guidance counselor has a section to fill out with your grades and your class rank, as well as a rating and an evaluation that's pretty much the same as your teacher recommendations, ratings, and evaluation section. That's the Common App. Obviously, it's a pretty thorough college application. It has sort of a form-fit resume where you submit all of your extracurriculars and honors. It asks for all of your courses and grades. It asks for a short answer and a personal essay, along with teacher recommendations and guidance counselor reports. It's pretty much what you're going to see on any college application. So let's talk about multiple applications and how you handle having more than one. Our first piece of advice is to read through them. Read through all of your applications and take some notes on the differences between them. Not all of the applications are going to look exactly like the Common App, so you want to know what's different about them so that you can answer the questions strategically, so that you can make the most of those differences as opposed to being thrown by them. Like we have already said, fill out the Common application first, except of course for the essay and short answers. You can put that off for another time because those aren't likely to change between your applications. Take your time on the College App, particularly on that page 4, to get the wording right for those extracurriculars and awards. Use the Common application once you've filled it out and gotten it where you think it's perfect as a guide to fill out your other applications. Obviously there are going to be some differences and hopefully more space in terms of that page 4 so that you can expound on your extracurricular activities. Now there's also one page that we neglected to mention about the Common application, and that's the other document that you can submit. A lot of students will submit a resume. It's pretty much the most basic thing you can submit, but it's a good way to show everything that didn't quite make the cut on page 4. Another concept you could use is to be creative. If, for example, you have something, a one-page something that can explain something very unique about you. Examples I've seen that I've really liked are, say, a scanned copy of a business license, if you started your own business while in high school. Another one is a newspaper article about a service project that you headed up. Another idea that I once saw was something to the effect of, say, maybe a picture of a service event that you were involved in. Think of something creative that could be that other document if you feel like that page 4 really did capture what would be in a resume. That other document is yours to use as you will, so think creatively about it. Now, let's talk about finalizing and submitting your essays. Like we told you to do before, make sure you have your hard copies all done in pencil first, because we'd like you to get an extra set of eyes on those pencil drafts. Have somebody else who knows you take a look at these drafts, not only for grammar and wording, but also for clarity, and to make sure that it actually gets across everything you've done. Maybe not have a parent do it, but maybe your guidance counselor or a teacher who knows you really well. Because those people who know you and have been with you the last couple of years might just remind you of something you forgot to put on there, and so you want to fix that. Once you make sure that those pencil applications are exactly the way you want them, carefully re-enter the information you have there, either onto the online application form or onto the hard copies. Now, if you're doing hard copies, we want you to type them. Yes, typing. Now, some of that can be done if the application is actually online in a PDF. You can fill out the PDF and print it out. Or we're going to actually say, go find that hard basic typewriter, probably at your local library, maybe at your high school, to type any hard copy applications. Once you've got your applications, both online and in hard copy, done, before you hit the submit button, get one or two, we would suggest two, other people to proofread those final drafts. This can be both of your parents, one at a time, of course, so that they don't end up both missing something at the same time. But get someone else to proofread it, just so there are no careless mistakes from when you were re-entering information from your pencil drafts. Once you do indeed get everything ready, go ahead and print your online submission and get return receipts. We want to make sure that when you do submit your applications, they're received. So once you hit the submit button, print out the online confirmation. Once you take the hard copy application to the post office to mail it with a return receipt so that you can confirm that the university or college actually received it. Well, I hope this has been helpful, and I invite you to join us at www.mycollegecoaches.com to see other video coaching sessions like this one about other topics in the college admissions and applications process. I wish you the best of luck and hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.